before we go to Fredericksburg, we got a little obstacle in our way. Okay, not a little one, a big obstacle in our way. That obstacle is none other than Enchanted Rock, which lies about 18 miles north of Fredericksburg on Ranch Road 965. You'll actually pass through Fredericksburg. Just follow the signs right out of town. Ranch Road 965 makes for a very scenic drive, but with each turn the anticipation builds, and with each rolling hill you feel the rock getting closer and closer, yet it always stays just beyond the horizon. Then, as you crest the last hill, Enchanted Rock appears, and your jaw hits the steering wheel. Enchanted Rock is an amazing natural granite dome which lies inside of the Enchanted Rock State Natural Area. The park is open to the public 7 days a week and costs $6 per person for day use. Now there's lots to do inside of the park, but by far the most popular attraction at Enchanted Rock is making a trip to the top of the rock. All right, this is it, Enchanted Rock. And if you're gonna take down the rock, it takes some preparation, and these are the things you're gonna need. Some sunscreen, lots of it. It's hot out here, folks. A hat to protect your head from the sun, cuz it's hot out here, folks. Some comfortable walking shoes, because the rock is unforgiving and it eats flip-flops for dinner. A sack lunch, because when you hike up the rock, there's no restaurants up there, and you're gonna be hungry. A flashlight. I'll explain when we get there. Bottled water, lots of it, because it's hot out here, folks. And then last, a backpack to hold it all when you hike the rock. All right, now that we're geared up, it's time to hit the Summit Trail, which takes you to the top. There are lots of entrances to the Summit Trail, which are clearly marked. However, once you get to the rock, the trails stop, and it's just a scramble up to the top. The Enchanted Rock Dome is officially a batholith. That is an underground rock formation that has been exposed by erosion. The main dome rises 425 feet from the base. Some of the spots on the climb can get a little steep. Okay, it's not that bad really. And while it is challenging, the climb is easy enough for hikers young and old. Enchanted Rock got its name from the Native Americans in the area who believed that the rock was haunted by spirits. That's because they saw lights dance and flicker at the top, and because it made unexplainable noises at night. Geologists have explained that the sounds the Indians heard were simply the layers of stone expanding and contracting with the extreme temperature differences between night and day in Texas. As for the dancing lights, your guess is as good as mine. But by simply seeing this rock, you can understand why the Indians would have had to rely upon the supernatural to explain this amazing natural landmark. The hike to the top offers little to no shade, so it's best to start as early in the day as possible.
Ain't no shade on the rock. Just taking a breather.
You should also plan on arriving early because the park can hit max capacity well before the noon hour during peak season. This pink granite dome is so incredibly smooth that it's very difficult to gauge how far you've gone and how far you have left. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And then, before you know it, you're on top of the world. Whoa, how did that get in there? Let's try this again. Ah, much better. Once you're up here, the difficulty of the climb, no matter how hard it was for you, melts away into miles and miles of clear sky and beautiful hill country landscape. Just a word of advice, don't just hike up the rock to hike back down again. You gotta savor it. And once you've sufficiently taken it all in, there's something else that you might want to check out. And on the backside of Enchanted Rock lie these sort of inconspicuous boulders that actually hold the entrance to the Enchanted Rock cave. And that's why you need the flashlight, because once you get in here, it's pitch black. So, I'm gonna go in. Let's go.
It gets so tight in the cave that we couldn't bring our big camera, so we brought our little handheld. It should help us sort of maneuver through the rocks, because it gets pretty claustrophobic in here. These arrows aren't just graffiti, they're actually your only marking tools to tell you how to get through the cave, and most importantly, out of the cave. This is ridiculous. This tiny little hole.
The Enchanted Rock Cave is hardly visitor friendly and takes just about every contortion that the human body is capable of. You want off the beaten path? You've got it. In the cave, there are times where you feel like there's no path at all, beaten or otherwise.
You really crawl? Whew! This isn't your standard state park cavern. Ah! Something just hit my head. This is pretty serious. Man, I sure hope these arrows are right.
And just when we thought we had been eaten by the rock,
hey, I see daylight. Oh, man, we made it out. Oh, it's good to see daylight again.
Enchanted Rock Natural Area is over 1,600 acres of pure, unadulterated Texas and offers many opportunities beyond just hiking the dome. One of the other most popular opportunities in the park is rock climbing. We're headed to a rock outcropping right by the dome known as Turkey Peak. All right, we just made the approach up here to Turkey Peak, and I'm here with Jason and Roger from Solid Rock Climbers for Christ. And what are we looking at behind us here?
There's several climbs right here. There's a 5/8 that we're going to do. It's called Turkey Hooks, and it has about 3 bolts on it, 4 bolts on it. It's a nice climb. And there's several climbs right here, and it's a fairly vertical wall.
Enchanted Rock has rock climbing of all types and for all skill levels. The most accessible and the easiest is called bouldering, which is basically just scrambling up and down low-lying rocks. Jason is doing what's called sport climbing, which requires special equipment to clip in the bolts which are already set into the face of the rock. I'm about to do a variation called top roping, which has a fixed rope at the top of the climb.
Woo. Enchanted Rock, Turkey Peak, here we come, baby.
Now, no sane man climbs alone, so Roger is going to belay my climb from the ground. It doesn't require you to clip in on the way up the rock, but you still have to climb it.
Let's climb, baby.
But why should I be the only one to have all the fun? So the crew got to join in too. Here's cameraman and producer Nate. Here's intern Kelly. And PA Mary. Well, it's time to pack up the equipment and head out of Enchanted Rock. To see the full episode or to get info about how to visit this spot, trip on over to thedaytripper.com.